Good morning, primals. No. Good morning, guys. How are you? So I got a request for a video to film and show how I meal prep my food. I was, okay, good idea. I'll do it. And here it's 9 in the morning. It's a Sunday morning. And yeah, I have everything here weighed and scaled, the food that I need, that I'm cooking. Yeah, it's just got this basic Logic cheap food scale that I use for everything. I weigh and scale everything I eat. And if you're not hungry enough for success to scale your food and measure what you eat, what are you even doing? And then you don't really want success, do you? So yeah, leave no stone unturned kind of mentality. So this usually takes me about an hour to cook every morning. I wake up at 6 every morning on work days. Wake up at 6, cook from 6 to 7, then take a shower at 7, and then go and prep myself for work and, do my hair and stuff. Yeah, all right, so yeah, but I'm not gonna obviously show you guys the full hour. I'm just gonna show you some highlights here and there from the cooking and what I'm doing. We start off, we have 300 grams of potatoes. Just gotta fill those up with cold water, not hot water, because the hot water here has some steel in it. I don't want to be eating, steel or whatever it's called. I don't know. There we go. And I usually just let that bubble for about 40 minutes ish. Then what I have here is 240 grams or 50 grams of rice, jasmine rice, straight into the rice cooker. This will be divided into 2 meals, and yeah. The usual the usual mark for how much water you want for the rice is about a fingernail above the the line of rice. So that's about it. Maybe a tiny bit more there. And just close the rice cooker and plug it in, and then just press rice. It's a very nice rice cooker. It's called Instant Pot. I bought it in Costco 2 years ago or something, and it's worked so well. I've only ever cooked rice in it, nothing else. My girlfriend has been because we're moving in together next year, maybe in January or so, and not here, moving out of this place. But so there's a lot of other options here. There's an option for brown rice, porridge, beans, chili, yogurt, sous vide, and then soup, meat, stew, and all sorts of settings. And I've never done anything except cook rice in it. Now she wants to start experimenting with it, and I'm just like, it's my rice cooker. No, she can do whatever she wants. And then over here I have 440 grams of chicken breast, which I cut up with scissors into 3 parts. I forgot to take this out of the freezer before this, so I had to just run them over hot water. So that's why they're sort of white. There. But this one had been thawed. Now the seasoning that I use with the chicken is just SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. Just put a dash of it over it. There. And yeah, for the chicken breasts I cook using a air fryer. Only takes about 15 minutes to cook these 440 grams of chicken breasts. And yeah. Then we have the main things, the carbs, meat. I already fried some ground beef I fried 500 grams of ground beef together, then I split it into 250, and then I saved one box for tomorrow, which is today. And yeah, here we have 250 grams of ground beef already fried up, so I don't need to use the pan really. Yeah. Then the next thing is to get started on my first meal, which is, yeah, gonna be 30 grams of dark chocolate. And I know how much is 30 grams right now. I've done this so many times, so like I don't need to weigh it because it's, yeah, easy to measure. And then, yeah, I gotta use my trusty knife and cut this into small pieces. Alright, so moment of truth. Is it really 29 grams? It's actually 33 grams. Oh shit. Well, who cares? It's no biggie. No biggie. I'm only eating maintenance right now. Not cutting, not bulking. A lot of people are often shocked that I'm using dark chocolate for breakfast, and I'm thinking, chocolate, that's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. Chocolate, but you know, how many people do you know like dark chocolate? There's probably not that many. Probably the reason being is because it's actually a little bit healthy, you know. Next, we're doing 50 grams of whey protein. I don't have any preference over what brand I use. 50 grams. Yeah, over here I have both the Gold Standard and the Redcon one. I just had to buy this one because I was out of protein on a Saturday or Sunday, I think, and the supplement store is already closed, so I had to go and buy this one. But I already, you know, I have this one as well. And yeah, I don't really care about what brand I use for anything, any supplements. I think it's all, you know, good stuff. But I probably wouldn't be saying that if I was sponsored by someone. So here, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys here. So here I have cream of rice. Very nice thing. Just rice made into powder and then topped up with some flavors. This is chocolate peanut butter cup. It's just rice. It's food. Like, yeah. The ultimate carbohydrate. Cream of rice. And yeah, I do 80 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of protein, and then I have some all bran here. 20 grams of all bran, 154, there we go, 53, and then I have some healthy peanut butter from this company called H-Berg. H-Berg. Heisenberg. Been watching Breaking Bad recently for the first time. I'm on season 3. It's pretty awesome. By the way, I do 42 grams of peanut butter. There we go. Then just some water and a spoon. Not too much water, just make it into a porridge-like texture. You guys want to see here. I can't really show you guys without topping it over. Wish I had a cameraman, but whatever, tripods are good. Then I need blueberries. Now I just use frozen blueberries, and I put 130 grams of blueberries. Exactly 130. We're on the dot. Then, you know, because they're frozen are much cheaper than, you know, fresh. So it's all about saving those bucks. I just run them over hot water. And just, yeah, let it thaw that way. Thaw. Then we wait until the blueberries are thawed. It's enough of hot. Change it into cold. And here we have it, 130 grams of blueberries, straight into the cream of rice. This back here, and voila. My first meal. Cream of rice, protein, all brand peanut butter, dark chocolate, blueberries. Very good. We'll store that over here for a second. Or maybe you just store it with the other food. And now when I finish making my breakfast, usually the chicken is almost ready. We also got to start making the vegetables. So I also cook about 90 grams of vegetables. Not a lot, but just to get good, to get some. You get a little bit of fiber. And put it with 1 carrot. The chicken is ready. Now this is just broccoli mix. It's broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, frozen. Just put those in a little bit of water and into the microwave for about 3 minutes. 250, 3 minutes, something around that. Ooh, look at that chicken. Now I hope the microwave doesn't disturb the mic in any way, but because when I'm cooking in the morning and I put it in the microwave, I always got to remove my phone from there to over here. Otherwise my headphones, they start like, you know, turning off and on, and yeah, those damn microwaves. Alright, so next thing I do is just measure the chicken. You know, it was 440 grams when it was wet and raw. Oops. And so we have here 353 grams of chicken. But we take 353 divided by 2, 176.5. So 176.5. Put it over here. Wait until I get the number 176.5 on the screen here, which is almost here. 177. That's close enough for me. So then it's divided equally in 2. There, there, and here. Then I just cut the chicken up with some scissors. vegetables are ready. Now I don't measure the vegetables like I do the other things because you know into each meal, because it's like almost 0 calories. So, oh no, not here. And yeah, I also cut that up to make it like a little bit easier to eat. Some pre-digesting, if you will. Here, and some here. All right. So what I have next here for the chicken and vegetables is some avocado dices. Now I do 100 grams of these things. They're frozen at the moment, but they'll be thawed by the time I eat it. 102 out of 100 grams, whatever. These can actually be stored just in the fridge now because I'm using them daily. Now I used to buy just normal avocados, but it was such a 50-50. It was spoiled, fresh, too fresh, or rotten, or like it was just like I would only get a good one in every third. Like even though I was feeling them in the store, like how are they trying to like measure and everything, but it's still just always like buying avocados, at least here in Iceland, is a big time bother. So I just decided, even though these avocado cubes frozen, they aren't really tasty. They're actually like taste pretty bad on their own compared to fresh avocados. I'm eating it with a meal, with chicken, with everything. So it's bearable. It's more bearable than the money loss of buying normal avocados. Honestly, having to throw out like every other avocado. Now here next for that same meal I have barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, 60 grams. 50, 57, 59, 60. There we go. All right. Then for a couple of the meals I have almond butter. Not for this one, because I already have my fat source in the avocado. No, I use the almond butter on the ground beef. Now, ground beef and almond butter is just amazing. It's amazing together. And I put like a teaspoon of almond butter, no, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon, 20 to 30 grams of almond butter, both onto the ground beef, broccoli, and then also to the chicken, which is not with. I'll show you guys the whole meal in the end. What's that, honey? Is the rice ready? Well, honey, I'm gonna get some rice out of you. My cats are always a little bit scared when I have to do that sound, but it's every single morning, so they've gotten pretty used to it. But if they're standing in the kitchen when I press that, they hightail it out of here. All right, rice already. I can understand it's probably a little bit strange that I, measured the chicken in such an exact way and everything, but the rice I actually just sort of eyeball because I'm separating into 2 meals, but it all ends up in the same place. I like to think I'm pretty good at dividing this equally. A tip for the rice cooker owners, if you didn't know: when you're done cooking, done fishing all the rice out, put some water back in the pot. It'll make it like 100, 1,000 times easier to clean it the next time you use it, because if you don't, it'll just all get really hard. Giggity. And yeah, very difficult to clean. So put some water back in it, close it. Oh, Drogo. My cat is throwing up. Droxie, vill du gå du? Osti mín. Dróksakall. So, the next thing I'll be adding to my meals, to actually all of the normal meals, is honey. Now I add to the ground beef, rice, chicken, and almond butter meal, I add 40 grams of honey. Ooh, almost got through that one. And 40 grams. Then over here to the chicken, rice, and almond butter, I add 60 grams of honey. There we go. And to the chicken, avocado, potatoes, and vegetables mix, I do 30 grams of honey. There we go. Now, but I gotta say, this meal, the ground beef, rice, almond butter, broccoli mix, and honey, this is one of the tastiest things I've ever tasted. Like every day I look so forward to eating it. Like it's incredible. Like I can't stress it enough. Like if you're gonna try anything out of this video, try this. It's delicious. Let me put back the honey. And now the potatoes have been cooking for circa 40 minutes. It's time to go fishing. Here, here, and here. All right. And remember to turn off the stove. Whoops. Wrong button. There we go. Now another important thing to add is of course sea salt. This is from a company called Norðursalt, which means north salt. And yeah, take a big pinch and add to a meal. Another big pinch and add to a meal. And another big pinch and add to the meals. All except the cream of rice, you know. There's already tons of minerals in the dark chocolate, I believe. Yeah. There we have it. So these are the meals. Here we have potatoes, avocado, barbecue sauce, honey, and chicken breasts. In this meal we have chicken breast, almond butter, honey, and rice. And in this meal we have ground beef, almond butter, rice, broccoli mix, and honey. And here we have cream of rice, protein, all bran, dark chocolate, peanut butter, and blueberries. So these are 4 of the 6 meals that I have a day. Now, another thing that I have is, get out of there, is this Carb-X during workout. I have like 3 scoops of this, which is like 300 calories, which is nice. And I also have all my supplements here, creatine, glutamine, you know, all greens, C vitamin, multivitamin, D3 and K2 and vitamins, but you know, these are the main things that I prep every morning. Now, the last 2 meals, they will be another cream of rice, 50 grams of protein, 80 grams of cream of rice, and 30 grams of peanut butter, and 100 grams of blueberries. That's meal number 5. Then meal number 6 is, you know, it's this. Skyr, which is, you know, an Icelandic product, Ísey skyr. You've probably heard of it. And I have 250 grams of this. with a spoon of almond butter, 10 grams of protein, and then 80 grams of Cocoa Pops. So, I'm not gonna prep those meals right now. I'll just prep it when I get home from work usually, or home from working out. But because they're gonna get soggy, and it's just not nice if I prep them now. But I could do the cream of rice right now, which might, maybe I should start doing that. I usually don't. I usually make the cream of rice meal number 5 when I get home. Might actually be smart to prep it in the morning as well and just put it in the fridge. But yeah, guys, that is cooking done. I started at 9, now it's 10. It always takes around 1 hour. And it's just, one of those things that you have to do if you want to be successful, or what I believe is, has to be done. When I tell people this out in life, they always ask me, why don't you do this in the evening? Why wake up so early? You could sleep more, sleep longer, but ever since I was 11, 12 years old, I've always been a morning person. I've always liked to wake up an hour and a half, 2 hours before I need to get out of the door. And the same as with now. Like in the evenings, I just want to chill out. I just want to relax. I just want to tone down, get everything, before I go to bed. I don't like to be doing this, constant action for 1 hour and then go straight to sleep. Plus then the food's older, so this is more fresh. And I just, it's sort of like a meditation. I just have my ear pods in, I'm listening to something, some music or whatever. Sometimes I'm, watching shows or whatever. So it's sort of like a meditation, just nice way to start the day. And yeah, I really recommend it. Really recommend it. I'm not one of those people that can wake up 10 minutes before I need to get out and rush out the door. I hate that feeling. And by the way, guys, one crazy fact about me, I've never pressed the snooze button my entire life on my alarm clock. Never. I don't understand what's so nice about it. It's just, ugh. Don't understand it. Those people are fucking weird. Excuse the cursing. Gets on my nerves. But yeah, and I talked to another person that was actually just exactly like this, and his name is Hafþrúður Björnsson. Like, he is also this sort of morning person, can't do things and doesn't want to do things in the evening. But yeah, so I'll continue doing this. Of course, my nutrition coach Gunnar Stefan, I recommend following him and getting him as a nutritionist coach. I've loved working with him. But yeah, he's the one who writes these meal programs out for me. So yeah, but anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. Live long and prosper. I've rambled on for way too long, and yeah.